Outlaws. Hey, it's KGB from the C Sports Network, the Clan HBS channel, everybody, here for another live Braves stream. That's right. Tonight starts the night of a 3-game series with the San Diego Padres. Atlanta has traveled some distance, so we're going to see how we're going to do. We just finished up a 4-game series with Philadelphia. Philadelphia. We split the series 2-2. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to stream the last couple games, but I recommended CeeLo for one of them, and I recommended you watch with Dixon Way on the other. Both great streamers that pretty confident you guys would enjoy yourself. So, still a little bit under the weather. Hey, welcome in David and Kenneth. Appreciate you guys already popping in. It's nice to see we're going to start the stream with 6 likes already. Thank you so much already. As always, we go 20 minutes early. 20 minutes. So first pitch is scheduled for 9:40. 9:40 Eastern, 8:40 Central. That's first pitch scheduled. So you'll have to bear with me as I'm going to get a few things set up here. Alrighty then. Alright. So there we go. Give me 1 second. I'll have to be off camera, off mic. I have to get up. So I will be right back. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Hey, is it off? Hey. All righty, here we go. Oops. Pop out chat. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, not this weekend, but the following weekend. Sometime this weekend, I'll get the news out to the community channel about our giveaway. I know. I seen what some of the a good majority of the people have wanted and said, they say there's no need to go as extravagant. So we'll see about that. maybe we could split it down into two giveaways. I thought maybe thought if we only hand out one $25 gift card on my channel while I'm streaming, we could do another with Maverick for his channel or something. Because we'll have the two of everything. We'll see. We'll see how it goes because we plan on giving away a bunch of game keys too. So, all right. We are exactly 14 minutes from first pitch. 14 minutes. I still got a fever though, David. I'm not 100%, but I know CeeLo's streaming. I know Dixon's streaming. Mav said there's a couple other people streaming the Braves game, but I really don't care. I'm here to do this for you guys and for myself. I don't care if it's 100 views. I have subscribers that come to hang out with me, so we're going to hang out. I took 2 days off. If you're wondering where Maverick is, you'll have to go to his channel and ask him. Just so you know. All right, so let's see here. All right, when we start the game, we'll have Jared Kelnick at bat, Ozzie Albies on deck, and Austin Riley batting third in the hole. But let's go ahead and check out today's batting order. So we got Kelnick, who's playing center field, batting first. Ozzie Albies, our second baseman, will be batting second in the lineup. Austin MVP Riley, who has really been coming to life. Dare we say, unfortunately, since him losing his mentor in that car crash on the way home from one of his games, he had left him that piece of advice what to do to change things up, and he's changed it, and he's now having a lot of success with that. So, anyways, he's batting third. He's our third baseman. Matt Olson, our first baseman, will be batting fourth in the lineup. Marcell Ozuna, still designated hitter, batting fifth. Adam Duvall, playing right field today, batting sixth. Eddie Money Rosario, left field, just recently back to the Braves. This makes game 4. Back, something like that, or game 5, 4 or 5. He'll be batting seventh. Then we got D-Train, Travis Stardon, our center, our catcher, batting eighth. And then Orlando RC, our shortstop for the team, will be batting ninth. Then we got Schwallenbach, pitching for us, right-handed pitcher, will be tonight's starting pitcher for the Braves. Yeah, I hope so. I got a doctor's appointment Tuesday. So we'll see what's going on with it. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you stopping in. If you haven't done so yet, please hit them thumbs up for us. 5 games, okay. Thank you for that, George. I knew it was somewhere in there.
Against the San Diego Padres out in San Diego. The Braves are looking to get back into the win columns. They've lost the last 2 out in Arizona. Peter Moylan, Nick Green here with you. And Peter, we've been looking for that 5th starter for quite some time. It kind of looks like we might have found that guy in Spencer Schwallenbach. He's been fantastic, although the number ERA-wise is 5.02. But overall, he's done a really good job in his 7 starts. Looking for another good one today.
I think
how do you call that fantastic?
Based on just a couple of bad pitches, maybe a couple of bad outings, bad innings.
And he's called this guy
the improvement
fabulous,
we've seen
fantastic.
from start 1 to start now has just been incredible. Learning on the fly every time he goes out there.
Understand.
He's added 3 pitches this year, which is just incredible to think about. One of the things I like to do is go back and look at Baseball Savant and check out what guys do to change their repertoire from year to year. And he's had to do it on the fly while in the big leagues, while making a debut, and while trying to learn how to pitch at this level. But the athleticism is so apparent. He makes plays on the mound like an infielder. He makes pitches like a pitcher. He's like a 2-in-1 without the bat right now.
He might even be able to swing the bat, too.
Maybe.
You never know. But when you think about him and just how guys continue to learn on the job, I look at his pitch mix for one. He's used that sinker a lot more the last couple of games. 3%. He used it over the first 5 starts and 18% over the last 2. The cutter usage has been dropped down. Splitter usage has gone up. I think that it's just more learning on the job, what works at the big league level. And obviously, I think you mentioned this earlier on the pregame show, as far as him coming into the big leagues, throwing
not bad,
38%
chase rate.
Now he's throwing 6, 7
we've
pitches.
also seen
It just seems like he's moving in that right direction.
And he can just pick it up on the fly too, whenever you need to. The fact that he can
seen
adapt
it
so
in his
quickly just shows me that whatever happens, whether good or bad, he'll be able to let the bad go, pick up the good. Learn,
I was going to,
move on,
Kenneth,
and
but
just
I
pick up
still.
new things as we go.
I had
It's fun to watch,
102.6
and I'm
temp
glad that
last
we
night, so there was
finally
no way I
found
was
some
getting
guy
up
that we
and
feel
doing
like can sit in that 5th spot in the
I'm
rotation.
very comfortable knowing he might go out there every 5 or 6 days for us for the rest
I
of the
love
season.
it, and you know he's going to throw strikes. You know he's going to get
I barely
deeper
got
into
a
the ball
fever
game.
tonight,
Now he's
so
throwing
I
more
think my
pitches, so
fever
you're
finally
expecting
broke.
that 6 innings of work every time out for Spencer Schwallenbach. I love to see the young kids having success. Hey, how about Fred McGriff? Love to see him out in San Diego.
So we're going to give it a go.
I view him as a Brave. Trevor Hoffman is definitely.
If you see
once, I think maybe I got to look it up. Okay, I'll look it up.
a community post that recommends somebody else's channel, that means I'm not going to be
MLB game live.
The deep left center field, it is high, it is far, it is gone.
Stream minor league affiliates.
The Midwest League home run leader.
And watch the best baseball highlights and look-ins on MLB Big Inning. MLB At Bat is your all-in-one live baseball subscription for only $3.99 per month.
Deep left field, it's gonna go. Alvarez.
We are 7 minutes.
Subscribe
7
to
and
At Bat
counting.
within the MLB app today.
Welcome to MLB Central. Let's have a day together, shall we?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to High Heat. Nice to have you with us.
Shohei Ohtani is now the best hitter in baseball. He's gone to another level.
It's time for us to go inside the ballpark and go live.
I do apologize, and if you guys were confused about it. I wanted to, but the old body wouldn't let me, and my wife and son said that when I'm feeling like that, I need to just stay in bed and get better instead of getting up in the chair and making it worse. Hey George, how you doing? I don't know, George. It's only wrong if you're one of those people that look for the bad in everybody first before looking for the good. But there again, you're asking people for their opinions. See, asking me something like that, for us, we don't see that kind of crime. So somebody walks up and asks, hey man, for a couple dollars for gas, I'd dig in my pocket and give it. We don't have those types of crimes. People don't get carjacked around here. People being robbed isn't something you see in an everyday occurrence. So it leads you to have a different mentality. It's all geographical where you live, in my opinion. Some crime is just more prevalent in some places than others.
Tonight,
yeah,
it's about Schwelly. It's all about Schwallenbach. I feel like he's had his best performance last time out. He's going to continue that same thing. It's about also getting used to the conditions out in San Diego. He may not have pitched in such dry conditions. It's been pretty hot and humid in Atlanta, so to get that used to being able to throw without that little grip that you used to, that'll be something he has to get.
So these are our 4 keys. His is Schwelly well. Mine is up in the zone, right? So the knuckleball flattens out a little bit for Waldron when it's up in the zone. You look for that knuckleball up, let it fly. That's what they always say. Also look for his fastball up in the zone. From the middle to the top of the zone, opponents are hitting 330 against that fastball down in the zone where his success lies. So hopefully the Braves offense can look for some stuff up, get some stuff up in the zone, and do some damage. This is game 1 of 3 against the Padres. Stick with us.
I miss you.
When you think about it,
Are you coming home?
I'll be there when you wake up.
half the trips the world takes are trips.
Oh, doing it again. No way.
I'll call you soon, Dad.
It's the feeling we all eventually long to get back to. No matter what took us away to begin with. We know, because at Delta we're travelers, just like you. Which is why we try to make you feel at home long before you even get there.
Baseball is a sport, pero la verdad es que para nosotros, el béisbol es otra cosa.
El béisbol es un corrido, un dembow y un reggaetón prendido. Es un plácata bien fuácata. Eso es otra cosa.
It's the Plátano power and the Arepa power. It's a familiar name and juniors who dare to dream big.
El béisbol es otra cosa.
Let's review. We're not going to talk about traffic.
Hey, bro, I'm not here to argue whether you're right or you're wrong. You asked me my opinion. That doesn't mean I want you to get mad because I don't agree with something other people do. You asked my opinion, I gave you my opinion. All right, I thought you were getting a little defensive. It's like I didn't say you're right or wrong. I just told you it all depends on geographically where you live, and I told you I don't have those kind of crimes. So I'm probably more I'm more comfortable with somebody walking up on me and you know, if they ask for a couple dollars, if they seem, you know, you got to judge them on the fly, of course, you know. You just got to go with your gut. If you didn't feel right about it, then you didn't feel right about it. There's one thing I always say, always trust your gut. All right. All right, I'm a little behind, guys. Damn it.
And even though he doesn't throw it as much as maybe what we would consider a traditional knuckleball, and then for Spencer Schwallenbach tonight, how about keeping him guessing? And that is because we've seen that repertoire evolve over the course of
Okay, this is the second time it's done it to me.
6 different pitches that he's
This
thrown
ain't really
10% of the time.
Shallow right field. Bogarts takes it. By the way, Xander Bogarts.
All right, the sound's going to go off, ladies and gentlemen. It'll only take me a minute or two. What a bunch of crap. I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, not to say that you're not thinking about that knuckleball, but it's not as if it is all about your, main focus here. This guy's got a pretty deep repertoire.
2-2 pitch. Ozzie hits this well, backhanded though by Ha-Sung Kim, and a strong throw across, and there are 2 away.
Well, the Padres have been in a situation here lately
right,
where they've had multiple.
So we're going to pause it up on the next pitch
throughout their defense,
we'll
and finally settling on the best
Sorry
one here
that.
in Kim as he makes a really nice backhanded play. Xander Bogarts is now over at second base. Fernando Tatis Jr., who is on the IL, also came up, of course, as a shortstop. Think about guys like Jake Cronenworth as well could play that position. They just went out, of course, Manny Machado over at third. I mean, shortstops for days on this San Diego Padres roster.
And now here's Austin Riley.
All right.
Hit hard, but Cronenworth.
I'll be home in the morning.
I gotta go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from.
Everybody.
After all, we're travelers.
Hello.
Just like you.
Hello.
It's like Mr. Maverick, huh?
Yeah, the phone was ringing off the hook.
This year's draft class is unbelievable.
Yeah, phone been ringing off the hook. How's it going, Kenneth, David, George? How's everybody going on this evening? Doing great.
I told them if they had any questions about where you're at and stuff, that they need to go ask you on your community page.
Cool leg warmers.
Yeah.
That's right to work. They're not part of the official.
Yeah, I stepped away from the computer. When I come back, doing my cell phone was blowing up left and right. Kind of a somber moment. So I'm just gonna leave it as that. And I had probably about 10 or 15 phone calls, so I was nonstop. So, what's cooking there, George? A good night, restful sleep. That's what I'm cooking tonight. I'm
Spencer Schwallenbach on
after a very grueling week. So
Schwallenbach, CJ, coming off a fantastic start against the Philadelphia Phillies, 6 innings, just 1 run, second win of his big league career.
All right,
I think you
so
could
I
argue the best one for him so far. Now we'd like to see him get a win on the road. That has
hopefully the Braves can squeak out a win after the 2-game slide.
So it's a rise, Jurickson,
All right, we should be
and
pretty
Jake
close.
Cronenworth at the top of this Padres order.
All right, so we got Luis Arraez at bat.
But for Schwallenbach, it is
308
kind of
batting average,
interesting. Earlier this year,
718
he faced
OPS
off
with
against
2
one of
home
his
runs on the
Nebraska
season.
teammates, Cade Povich, in a start in Baltimore. Now another one of his college
How you
teammates
doing, Bob?
he
Welcome
opposes
in.
tonight in Matt Waldron. Again, just one season they were teammates in Nebraska, but that's got to be special for these two hurlers.
It's really cool, right? I mean, we talk about just the odds of it ever happening, and the fact that we've seen it now twice is pretty incredible.
Yes, sir.
Cornhuskers
everywhere. Schwallenbach,
there's only 5
rookie.
of them in Major League Baseball.
Yes, a
and
rookie.
Another one is
Correct.
Here tonight. And Aaron Bummer of the Atlanta
Yes,
Braves
sir,
out
Bob.
of the bullpen.
He is. I personally didn't know.
Yes, Bob. Schwallenbach is a rookie. He's got a 2.4
with Xander Bogaerts
on the
back
season.
for San
He's
Diego,
2-4 on the
That
season.
moves Luis Arraez back to where he was.
Looked like a
He came up to
something ERA.
Yeah, I think 502 or 504, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that. The announcers were talking about how great he was and fabulous. Well, you still want to see a lower ERA than that.
Yes.
Here is Jurickson Profar.
So I don't get where they're coming up with that. He's just absolutely fabulous.
One of them was Arraez, who just flew out, and this is another one coming.
Well,
up.
his last outing.
This may be the biggest surprise.
Yes, the first couple games he struggled, but his last outing, he pitched a damn good game. He only gave up like a couple hits, and the rest of them was strikes. So,
he's asking him like there's looking.
So his last outing was pretty good.
Whatever it is, hopefully it's sorted out.
Profar was scuffling last year. Right? This was a guy who.
Well, there's some more news through the grapevine that
consensus #1 overall prospect in baseball.
Braves are
young and could never quite completely
on the very shop of
seems to have found the
looking at getting a couple more outfielders and some more pitching for the trade deadline. They've been linked to the Cody Bellinger, who just fractured his finger just a couple nights ago on a pitch. Fractured one of his fingers. Took either a fastball or a slider in and caught him on the finger and fractured it. So,
I think we need to address
also
set it at the top of the first, but we will continue to remind you we are having.
That's why I'm saying that Nacho Alvarez, bring the kid up, see what the kid's got. Give him a couple games, see where he's at.
So when things don't match
and
up,
sit Arcia down on the bench for a couple games. It can't hurt. Because Arcia has been struggling bad all season. Yeah, his defense glove is there, but his offense is not.
Even, yeah, but now
for whatever
Now
reason,
with
we
his
are fans of
defensive
the idea
glove,
of the
you're
strike
seeing
zone that
him.
you see
You're
during the
seeing
game.
him
You're
take
not getting it
throws,
right now. So
over the
just enjoy it
bases
while
that
you
he
can.
shouldn't.
Well, enjoy a 1-2-3
Yeah.
count
And he's
of the
making
first.
mistakes like
9
overthrowing.
pitches for each of these guys in the first inning.
Just making careless mistakes.
Did you find everything you needed?
I feel it has a lot to do with, the fact of him being so angry with struggling with his batting. I mean, look, he throws his bat down on the ground. He's broke a couple bats this season, throwing them up, smashing them on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a professional ball player, man. I don't want my grandkids seeing that and wanting to mimic that. That dude needs to grow up.
Oh yeah, I agree. Well, like Kenneth said tonight,
too many youngsters that look up to that guy for him to act like that.
Exactly. Well, like Kenneth said tonight, we did get some good news on the division front. Phillies lost tonight against Oakland 6-2. So
yeah, but we got to win this game first before it means anything.
Yes. Exactly.
And the Padres aren't somebody to chump around on, in my opinion.
Oh no, I'm not at all. Not at all.
You start second guessing them, they'll put on 5 in an inning,
You got that right. But like you said, Arcia having a slump year with his bat. He's starting to make careless mistakes. Nacho Alvarez right now at Gwinnett, he's hitting, absolutely crushing the baseball, whether it's home runs, doubles, singles, and his glove is there as well. Why not call him up? Sent Arcia down the bench for a couple games, see what the kid's got. You never know, you might have a hidden gem sitting there. If that's the case, I know nobody wants to hear it, but Arcia might be done in the Braves uniform. If that's the case, then Arcia, Braves can deal Arcia somewhere else, somebody, of a higher stature, or vice versa.
What you are seeing, it's different from what we're seeing.
Baseball is a business.
The best that we can here for game 1 of this series. We're trying to get everything ironed out.
Mateo allows that first one to go
Just
ball.
as we thought we kind of sort of had it figured out, and then it was like, hey, surprise. It actually doesn't look like what you guys are seeing.
It's different. So, anyways, Matt Olson is the batter. Waldron dealing. And this ball is smoked, but foul. Look out.
I'll stay up for
quick first
Eddie
inning
money.
for both pitchers, though. 9 pitches for
If Eddie
Waldron
Money
and
gets on
Schwallenbach
base,
in the first
or
to get their 3 outs.
Yeah, they're really sticking with him.
Matt, 2 for 16 during the trip to Arizona, where the Braves won the first 2 against the Diamondbacks, and then the Diamondbacks won the last 2. Braves flew in here to San Diego last night. Too late. Got to the hotel right around.
Come on, Matteo.
Everyone got their bags,
You can do
went
it.
to bed, and woke up for a new day at the ballpark.
Good news, There's good news today, everybody. About 3 hours ago,
Still
my
2-2
tax
here to Matt
tax
Olson.
forms were finally accepted. It's the one thing that's kept me from getting paid from YouTube.
See if the Braves can get those bats back and going here after being shut out yesterday.
Finally figured out what they
in the
wanted.
series finale in
Because
Phoenix.
there's no help there. They don't explain nothing. They tell you YouTube don't help with taxes. You got any questions, you got to contact your tax provider.
3-2.
I finally got it figured out.
Take a look
That's a
at
good
that cutter,
thing, man.
and you get a replay with at least the strike zone in there. You can see where that one ended up missing in off the plate to Matt Olson.
Well, the easiest way would have been that they just give you,
Matt
oh,
Olson out to center field.
that's out to center, but it's going to be short on the
And
track.
on the track, he can't.
Pop for a can of corn.
And he takes.
Damn.
So that's back-to-back at-bats. Is it not for Matt Olson, where he had near home runs? The one in Arizona
should provide a suffix
was the big one. He is one of the
box.
few that's put up some pretty big numbers, by the way, in this ballpark for Matt Olson with an OPS over 1,000.
If they would have provided a suffix box,
he just got under that.
Wouldn't have had any problem. Otherwise, they need to explain that you got to put your suffix at the end of your name and last name.
So now Marcelo Zuna, who had a good series against Arizona with 6 hits, including
put down my last name and then my suffix.
Yeah, so it is different, though, when you face Waldron, right? Not a true knuckleballer, like you said, but still, he throws that pitch 40% of the time, and that's a pretty sizable amount, even though he has other things in his arsenal.
Come on, Big Bear.
This is going to be a little more routine to right center.
Big Bear up to bat.
That's going to be out number 2, another easy can of corn.
And they take it even further, right, where they start to break it down a little bit.
Hey, did you check out my emoji?
Right-handed hitters, that was something that Kevin Seitzer said a little bit lower for those righties at about 35%, a little bit higher at 42% for the lefty, so they'll keep those trends as well. And then, of course, you also have the at-bats that you had earlier this year.
Yeah, I added them.
Good feel as far as
I changed them up and added some.
How Waldron is going to
okay. Like I said, with my, yeah, you did, didn't you?
Now he deals to Adam Duvall.
Okay, nice.
But as we told you, Waldron was really good in Atlanta.
Yep.
May 17th, 10 strikeouts, career high. Now it's only his 25th major league start today, but still 10 strikeouts. Only gave up 1 run and 5 hits in that game against Atlanta.
So Adam Duvall is doing something that 3 different hitters are doing in this lineup for the first time in their careers, and that is facing a knuckleball. Adam Duvall, Eddie Rosario,
nice,
Riley had never seen a knuckleball in their
career. There you go.
For what they let me.
It's just so rare. He's the only guy that really throws a knuckleball in Major League Baseball. That ball is going down the third base line. It stays.
That's going to be fair.
So Machado
yeah, baby.
Throw out Duvall either way, and it's a
doobie, smoking his doobie and doobie.
Dude, did you see that? They just stood there and let it come to him.
He does it against the sweeper, which has been a really good pitch for Matt Waldron, and he picked that little infield base.
Machado thought it was going to roll foul.
Some of this rhythm.
Yeah, Machado thought it was going to roll foul.
Base runner for either side tonight. So 2 outs here in the top of the second. Duvall down at first, and now here's Eddie Rosario.
Here comes Eddie Money.
Eddie's cleats tonight.
I don't like this view they're doing on the video, though.
Padres City Connect uniforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are an interesting
sitting off ground level, off in the dugout area.
Pastels, is that probably the right way to describe the colors?
Yeah, sure. I'm with you.
Like they're normally sitting out in center field.
Hey, Gino, how you doing, bud?
Welcome in, Gino.
Long run for Profar, but eventually he gets there.
Come on, man, out number 3.
Damn.
And we head to the bottom half with those scores.
You love the players.
Yeah, I said, what's up, Gino? Did you not hear me?
What's up, Gino? What's up?
I said, hey, what up? Got a little slow tonight, my friend.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I
Matt hasn't even
longer myself.
He hasn't even liked the stream or nothing tonight.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Sure did, buddy. It looks like Shohei Ohtani hit a ground rule double in the 9th, and it gave the Dodgers the lead, and they won the game 4-3 over the Detroit Tigers. off of Shohei. Ground rule double.
All right, we're back down in the field.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night for me, buddy. I got to get up early in the morning.
Apologize for our technical difficulties.
All right, y'all.
We have no idea what you are seeing at
Hope
home.
you
If
have
anything, we are seeing
the rest of
nothing
your
here in the
stream
ballpark.
goes well, man, and we'll catch y'all later.
The audio. So back to the old radio days.
Potter.
Spencer Schwallenbach is on
See
the
you,
mound.
buddy.
He's pitching to Manny Machado. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss, 0-1.
How about you go down the left field line? I'll go down the right field line. We'll get our phones. We'll have our own little shots, a couple of different angles, and we can put our own kind of fun like high school broadcast together.
I'm in. Meanwhile, Machado just fouled a ball into the third deck, and he's down 0-2. Schwallenbach was great in the first inning. 9 pitches to set down a Rise Profar and Cronenworth in order.
Yeah. There you go.
His 0-2 offering is fouled away again.
We mentioned with Spencer Schwallenbach and kind of the evolution of who
Gino.
he's been so far in a very short
Gino
amount of time. His
says,
ability to
one
use that
time my old
repertoire,
lady
add
said
to
if
his
I
repertoire,
if you're
and
not
there we
home
saw
in
the
10
slider
minutes
and the
and
confidence
feed
to
your
do that so
dinner to the
early in his
dog.
career.
I was there in 5.
He threw
Love
a
that
fastball
dog
there,
too
and it's
much.
another foul ball down the right field line.
It's not as if he's necessarily reinventing himself, but he is looking for every trick that he can possibly find. And it's worked out well for him. He has been a guy that's been very impressive in his ability to adjust at the big league level.
Out to left field, Eddie Rosario charging. He'll take it off the line. And there is one away in the second. So Machado hit it hard, but he didn't go for it. So far, 3 of the 4 outs, CJ, have gone out to Eddie Rosario.
We'll keep him busy right there. He's easy to find with all the colors. That is for sure. And good to have Eddie back in the Braves uniform and finds himself in the middle of everything here just a couple of games in.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. If you didn't hear earlier, this is his first game back since May 20th. And that game was in Atlanta. He fractured his left shoulder diving for a Ronald Acuna Jr. ground ball in game 1 of a doubleheader that day. He's been out since, but he returns to the lineup tonight. We are told that the folks at home now have pictures, so that's a positive improvement.
Yep, there was Maverick heading out for the night.
Ground ball underneath the glove.
Up the middle for a base hit.
First base runner for San Diego. And a welcome back for Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts does it against the slider. You can see this one slightly elevated right back up the box, and based on where Ozzie was playing and how hard that ball was hit, and even 100 miles an hour, he just didn't have time to get to it.
And now Jackson Merrill, another all-star for this Padres team, and the first rookie, CJ, in franchise history to make the all-star team.
Which is kind of impressive, right? There's a decent history here in San Diego, and this guy has done everything that they have asked of him and more. A lot of speculation about whether or not he was going to make the team coming out of camp. A positional change for him, right, as an infielder going to the outfield, and he has been terrific.
Still just 21 years of age. Ground ball right at Matt Olson. To second, wide throw, so the Braves will only get 1. Good job by Orlando to avoid that from going into the outfield.
And so even though you get the out, you can kind of see it there on the face of Matt Olson, a little frustrated with himself that the throw got away from him. He had the lane. It wasn't as if Bogaerts got in the way. That throw just got away from him, and very smart of Orlando to make sure he goes back and touches the back. Make no assumptions that the umpire was going to give you that call.
So 2 away, and now here is David Peralta, who started the season in the minors with the Cubs and then signed with the Padres in mid-May.
He has been.
And with Fernando Tatis Jr. out with a thigh injury still, he is getting opportunities in the outfield.
He's got like a 4.81 ERA.
Ozzie Albies ranges over.
That's after tonight's plays.
And a couple of good innings so far for Spencer Schwallenbach.
Yankees beat Baltimore, huh? Somebody was just saying Cubbies swept Baltimore. Hey, what's up, Joe? Welcome in, guys. A little slow tonight, but hey, we're watching.
I was really hoping you're going to say it's good to welcome Fred McGriff into the booth.
Have started out up the bat.
The thing is, CJ, I'm scared to
That'll
say
be strike one.
based on what we're seeing.
Yeah.
So on
That-
the booth here,
that
CJ, and I
got
just
the
saw
bottom-
Fred McGriff
bottom
in the
half
San Diego
corner.
Padres booth, but we don't know what you're seeing at home. So maybe they saw it, maybe they didn't. But Travis d'Arnaud is the batter now inside. So CJ, you'll like this.
Yeah, what do you
because
got?
you like symmetry.
Yes, sir.
In the first inning, each of the starting pitchers threw 9 pitches. In the second inning, they each threw 14 pitches.
Let's go. Pressure's on. Let's keep it. If anything's going to go smooth tonight, let it be that at least. Same pitch count for everybody every inning.
And by the way, I do want to point out these technical difficulties. It is not because of the hardworking men and women on our crew. It was an issue with a piece of equipment in the truck that went down that no one could have controlled. So they are doing everything that they can, and we are doing everything that we can to bring you tonight's broadcast as smoothly as we can.
A knuckleball pitcher, knuckleball that he could probably do pretty well right now if he stood in the box and took a couple of hacks. He's always kind of been one of those guys that felt like he could hit forever.
This is a pretty good hack by Travis d'Arnaud. Now, Braves have had a couple of deep fly
That's
balls,
gonna be
but
caught
so
for out
far
number
nothing
one.
to show for it.
Darno out to the track in center field, but it got tracked down and caught for out number one. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in.
And now
Hey,
the
if you haven't done
ninth
so
man in
yet,
the
hit
order,
that thumbs up
Orlando
for
RC.
us. Stick around, check us out if you like what you see. I'll make you a deal. Stick around for a little bit, watch us. If you like what you see, like what you hear, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have some new outlaws added to the fun.
So one of the fun things with the knuckleball, and you just saw one there,
And of
is
course,
how
if you
low
don't, you know,
the
this
spin
isn't
rate
your,
there is on
your
it. And
kind
we'll
of
talk
gig.
about Pierce
You're
Johnson,
more
right?
than welcome.
Is this
More than
going to get
welcome
down
to
to the gap
find
now?
another
It's going to hang
channel
out
or
for Merrill.
come on back anytime and
Two
give
away.
us another chance.
Pierce Johnson will spin his curveball better than 3,000 RPMs. Same thing for Charlie Morton. That first knuckleball we saw, the spin rate on it was 124.
Oh, a little bit different, huh?
So that ball might have spun maybe a
Oh,
half a
from
rotation
JJ's.
out of
Okay,
his hand
thanks,
into the
Joe.
catcher's glove.
Yeah,
It's
JJ's
fascinating.
good.
It's not
I've
easy
been-
to do. It's why we don't
I've been
have a lot
watching
of
several of
knuckleballers in
his-
the game. It's
his
becoming
latest
more and
stuff.
more
And
rare.
the guy-
Everybody, of course,
that
has
dude's
one
got
more
an
playing
act,
catch.
and
I'm sure
not-
you tried it
not
a
an
couple
act,
of times
an
over
knack.
the years.
I did.
with his commentary stuff, man.
That's why I'm here and never had a career on the field.
I think he's pretty good.
But he was not a knuckleball pitcher in college in Nebraska. That is something that he actually developed after his college career. In fact, the Padres saw him throw it in warm-ups during spring of the 2021 season. He was playing catch with a teammate before a minor league game, and he kind of said, hey, check this out. And he threw it. The Padres development coach happened to see it. He was intrigued, and they began to experiment with it. First couple of games he used it. It was really bad, as you would expect, but over time it's gotten better and better, and now he uses it almost 40% of the time when he's out there.
Yeah, he had already spent some time in the Cleveland Guardians, then there were the Indians, I believe, organization, and didn't have a knuckleball then, like you said, messing around. That's pretty much how all good stories start. Hey, check this out.
Jared Kelnick stepping back in the batter's box.
Amazing that it stuck and that he can actually use it in the big leagues.
A 2-1 pitch coming here to Kelnick. Out to left field. Profar drifting back. Still going, and he's got it in front of the 342 sign. A few balls off the Braves' bats out to the warning track, but still scoreless.
Oh, he caught it. Couldn't tell. Like, I don't know what's going on with why they're doing it this way, but they're doing everything ground level. They're not showing the game like it should be. I guess maybe it's on the field they're trying to do. I don't know. Huh. All right, we're back.
Spencer Schwallenbach, very effective through the first two frames he's pitched. Now on we go to the bottom of the third as he faces 8-9-1 in the Padres order, starting with Kim. Squares to bunt and takes it outside 1-0. Could probably make it out there at home as they like to chant Ha-Sung Kim when he is at the plate, especially early on in the at-bat.
Fan favorite here for sure. He has done a really nice job. We think about position players that have come over from South Korea. There have not been very many. He certainly has been very successful.
Gold Glover here last year, and speaking of where he's from, first Korean-born player to win a Gold Glove in Major League Baseball.
And I think I told you this, a very good friend of mine, a former teammate of mine in Korea, is the Pacific Rim scout for the San Diego Padres. So he was the guy that gets credit for signing Ha-Sung Kim.
I'll be right back.
For him. Doesn't happen very often, not too many opportunities, and so really cool to see. And it means a lot to South Korea.
Yes.
To have a position player come over and be successful the way that he has been kind of opens up the door, gives guys that hope that they can do it too.
Schwallenbach, payoff pitch coming. Reaches for it, hits it over into foul ground. And Austin Riley is there. So for Spencer Schwallenbach, his 8th major league start. His first against the San Diego Padres. Braves finished that series at Truist Park with the Padres on the 20th. And then Schwallenbach would make his major league debut 9 days later on May 29th. And the Braves owe the Padres a bit of payback because San Diego won 3 of 4 in that series in Atlanta.
Yeah, and even though they've had this really kind of up and down season, they have been very streaky this year. This is a roster that runs deep with good players.
Still without Fernando Tatis Jr. with a thigh injury. They're expecting him back shortly after the All-Star break. 3 balls and a strike to the catcher Higashioka. And this catcher Higashioka has really been on a hot streak. 6 homers in his last 12 games. 11 homers on the season for him. His career high is 10, so he's already bested that this year, and he hasn't even hit the All-Star break.
Certainly a good ballpark to hit home runs in. Good division in the National League West as well.
And hitting this one foul. Yeah, he came in that Juan Soto trade, was kind of overlooked a little bit, if you will. Wasn't really a big piece to that trade, but he's turned out to be a nice pickup for San Diego. Oh, that was close. But they'll say it missed, and Higashioka walks.
Well, that is one thing that Spence, a lot of things he's done well, but one of the things that he has done very well here early in his career has limiting the walks. And I went back and looked, and for Braves pitchers starting their careers first 7 games, about 3rd fewest walks in Braves history, starting of course in Atlanta. He's been filling up the zone.
And he said after the start against Philadelphia, CJ, and he said this a couple of times this year, but the key to my success, speaking specifically to the Philadelphia game, was I hammered the strike zone and I hit my spots. Now you hear a ton of pitchers say that, right? But for him in particular, with how many strikes he throws, he has to hit those spots.
That's right. And he is a strike thrower. And then the other part of that then you can start to cash in when you are that guy, is you start to get chased, right? You get ahead, you throw a lot of strikes, you put hitters on notice. I'm coming at you.
Rise slaps this out to Eddie Rosario, who's been very busy.
Rosario underneath it for a nice easy can of corn.
35%.
Can of corn in the chat.
Because this is only his 8th start, but would be right up there near the top of Major League Baseball.
Really?
Yeah, which is really impressive for a guy only making his 8th big league start.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
A strike right in there to Profar.
How about the movement on that 2-seam fastball at 94 miles an hour? It's got some kind of late bite to it, which is not usually a phrase we use for a fastball.
I feel like you also see the confidence grow each start for Schwallenbach.
Those are 2 good splits there that he did not get swings from on Jerks and Profar, and both times
All right, Gino,
Travis
later,
d'Arnaud gave him that kind of affirmation, that little bit of a point, like, hey, that's a good pitch, keep throwing it, even though he didn't swing. Travis liked both of those.
Later, brother. Thank you.
Just want to touch up.
Sorry for that late response there, my friend.
To the left fielder Profar.
I got sidetracked. I had to get up, and evidently during the last timeout, I buried the chat, so I couldn't see it.
3-1 is hit in the air to right field, ranging over Duvall, reaching up. He's got it.
Wow! Duvall at the wall, baby.
Higashioka is stranded, and Schwallenbach gets out of the bottom of the 3rd unscathed.
MasterCard and Major League Baseball.
That's nice. You guys seeing this? I may. That's right, guys. Got it fixed.
Incredible. 12-12. Lose 5, win 4. Win 5, lose 3, win 4. Like just all there's been all of these streaks in there for the Padres, and for Mike Schilt, no doubt, probably frustrating because he knows his team should be better than this.
And right now on that 4-game losing streak, this one will stay fair for Cronenworth. We are slowly getting some of our capabilities back. We are not at full capacity, not near that yet, but our broadcast, everybody on the crew is working hard to get you the elements back here as we work into the 4th inning. Austin Riley, a 17-game on-base streak, tied for the longest active streak in the majors. Michael Busch of the Cubs, and a called strike there, 0-1.
And that one against that knuckleball, when you talk to hitters about how you approach a knuckleball, remember Austin hadn't seen any up until this game here tonight. You're looking for that ball up, and kind of that old phrase, see it high, let it fly. Because if you're going to see that ball about thigh high or so, more times than not, that pitch is going to finish outside of the strike zone. But it looks so tempting, right? There's not a lot of velocity on it. You feel like, oh, is that the flat one that's not going to move? And then it ends up being too late.
And Austin didn't face Waldron the first time because that's when he was dealing with
They have changed it up a little bit, guys and gals. We now have control over the sound.
Still 0-2.
So I'm back to running it the way I prefer to run it. And it gave me the option for high quality. Look at the quality of that.
Now that knuckleball, they used to say for knuckleballers, CJ, right, it didn't put as much pressure on your arm. Now he only throws it 40% of the time, but does that mean that maybe there's less wear and tear on the right-hander's arm?
You would think so. I mean, it seems like everybody gets hurt at some point these days. He throws pretty firm, too, for a knuckleball, right? The fact that you're still seeing a fastball in there that will get up to the low 90s at times. That fastball is averaged right around 91 miles an hour. So I think there's enough stress there. But, yeah, it's a good question.
Tim, how you
I don't know
doing?
if there's an exact answer to it with guys when it comes to knuckleballers. But at least about 40% of the time, it feels like he's not putting a ton of stress on his arm.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Sweeper there, and the count runs full to Riley.
Hey, Kenneth, you should join my Discord and send me a link to that. Send me a link to that highlight of him The bench is clearing.
Waldron has been efficient. He hasn't walked anybody yet. Until right now. A
Nice.
1-out free pass for Austin Riley. Well, let's take a look at our Indeed player resume as Matt Olson strolls to the plate. His career numbers against the San Diego Padres, .314 batting average.
Yep, overall it's been really, really good. I mentioned even more success here in this ballpark. There's just something about facing some Padres pitching, and there have been good pitchers here over
Welcome in, everybody.
Matt
Appreciate
Olson's
stopping
career, but
by.
it's worked out well for him.
Hey, if you haven't done so yet, be sure to hit that thumbs
He
up.
flew out to center, deep center, back in the second inning.
We have something I forgot to do today, guys. Sorry, I got that feeling like I'm going to sneeze. It's creeping up on me. Hey, Tim, how you doing, buddy?
Well, there are a lot of great parks in Major League Baseball, but this one is up there, especially on a night like this. Packed house,
We actually
70
got
degrees,
we got
light
more
breeze.
subs
It is
than
beautiful
what that
here tonight in
says.
San Diego.
And the consistency of the nights like this, because of where we are here in Southern California, I think plays a big role in that as well.
Ground ball right back where it came from. And it's a 1-6-3 double play that gets Waldron out of the top of the fourth.
Dang it. All right, so we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth. The game's still tied at 0. All right, so actually, I've gained 2 since the stream went live. Now, I don't know if that's somebody's subscribing through the stream or what. But, yeah, we've had 8 subs since my last stream. So let me get that updated. And if you did, I know I started with, it's either 856 or 857 when I started. So we've either put 1 or 2 on. If you did subscribe during the stream, I thank you very much. Thank you for joining. You'll at least want to stick around and check out a few of the streams, especially when Maverick is here for a full stream where we commentate together. Actually, I'm going to try doing, I think he wants to do Sunday game. So I'll most likely do tomorrow night, and then I'll be over on Maverick's channel Sunday streaming with him. So... Oh, I definitely don't have an issue with some of the other streamers that, they seem down to earth to me. I watch how he interacts with his people, so as long as I don't mind it too much with other streamers like that. Like I've given Dixon and JJ and CeeLo all moderator. I've been waiting for Goose to stop by again because I'm going to catch him and get him in there. I don't mind streamers like that because I've already watched them. I know what kind of, they're not power-driven type tyrants. They're good-hearted people that respect their subscribers.
Back in the second inning.
They don't get the God complex that comes with
Let's
the
take
fame.
a look at our Synovus Get Their Feature. Mentioned this earlier, but there are only
So I don't
5
mind
players
supporting
right
guys
now in
like
Major
that.
League Baseball that played at Nebraska, and 3 of them are here tonight.
Yeah, and we've seen them all, right, at some point this season, with the Braves already playing the Astros, and then the head-to-head matchup with Cade Povich. Kind of incredible the way that has worked out.
But when Waldron and Schwallenbach were teammates in 2019, remember, Schwallenbach wasn't pitching. He was the starting shortstop that year. He didn't pitch until his 3rd and final season for the Cornhuskers. This one to right field, and that is going to bounce up against the base of the wall. Machado into second, back-to-back.
Looks like San Diego is going to score.
Grab the lead.
It was interesting.
San Diego now leads 1-0.
A pretty ugly swing against the fastball, almost like he was looking for something else, and then he gets another one. Now this is mislocation up in the zone, even though it's a strike. Travis wanted that ball running in on the hands of Manny Machado, but he got them extended, and that's a pretty impressive piece of hitting from the veteran.
So a pair of doubles to the opposite field, and now Xander Bogaerts.
Imagine, though, if you could go back to 2019, that University of Nebraska team, and say, "Oh, I'm from the future." And I just want to let you know you're actually going to be a knuckleball pitcher someday, and you're going to be a starting pitcher, and you guys are going to face each other in the big leagues in San Diego. What do you think they would have said?
I don't know that those guys would have believed it. Olsen backing up. He's got it.
Olsen underneath it.
Right up against the short wall for the first out. And then to tell
Olsen in
Schwallenbach
foul
that we would
territory
also
comes
see
down with
another
that catch
teammate
to
take
make
over.
it
So he faced 2
outnumber
of his
all.
former teammates in his first 8 big league starts. It's hard to fathom how it's all worked out.
Schwallenbach, 52 pitches in, bottom of the 4th, 1 out, runner on second.
And the young all-star Jackson Merrill now.
Yes, somebody still has to get it. Looked like she was going to go back to her seat. That is a long way to go.
She tracked it down. Good work out there. And Adam Duvall way away from the line, so he was of no assistance. So we mentioned for Jackson Merrill, first rookie in Padres history to make the All-Star team, the youngest player on either roster as well in this year's Midsummer Classic. What a bright future he has.
Strike 2. That caught the bottom left corner. Merrill, who's 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out into a fielder's choice in the second. That's going to be a foul ball. That'll bring the count. 1-2. We'll do it again. Jackson Merrill 0 for 1. 284 average, 12 home runs, 46 ribbies on the season.
Rookie facing rookie here as Schwallenbach delivers another 1-2 pitch and another foul ball.
Got the rookie
swing. We talked about Spencer's two-seam fastball,
ball.
how good it looks tonight with good velocity. This is kind of amazing for this kid, Merrill. So far this year, against right-handed two-seam fastballs like Spencer has, he's hitting .583.
Holy cow.
With an OPS over 1,400.
So you're going for the reverse jinx. Out to Eddie Rosario. Backing up on the track.
Rosario has it on the track for out number 2.
I think that's 5 balls that have already been hit out to the warning track tonight between the two teams, but no homers yet. Well, now that we've got our bearings, folks, you know what you're watching? Yes, you do. It's the Friday Night Showdown presented by our friends at Kaiser Permanente, and we appreciate you joining us here for Game 1 of this series.
Pan to the top right corner for strike number
And in all
one.
sincerity, thank you again.
So we're
to
bottom
all
the
of those
fourth, 2
behind the
outs.
scenes
Runner
and
on
the
second.
technical part of our
0-1 count.
crew that we're trying to work their magic to
Travolta-
get us back to
Travolta.
level here.
Travolta 0 for 1 today with a 235 average, a 6.1 6-1-2
They seem super
OPS.
appreciative in the middle
One
of all the
home
chaos
run
that was going on.
with 7 ribbies.
I just threw out that suggestion of like, anybody think about unplugging the truck and
0 for 1 because he
count
grounded
to 10
out
and
in
then
the
plug it back
second.
in, and
Restart, guys.
that wasn't well
Restart.
received. Apparently, it's a little bit more technical than that here.
A lot goes into this. Slider downstairs, but Travis d'Arnaud gave him the affirmation. I think he liked where that pitch was. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Got him looking.
Down goes Peralta.
That'll be strike
And
number
the
3. That's going to end the
But
4th.
they do
We're going to head to the top with the 5th, with the San Diego Padres leading 1-0. Alrighty.
Three-game series.
Big Bear 0 for 1, 0-1 on the day. 297 batting average with a .94 OPS. 24 home runs, 75 ribbies on the season. And a fly out in the second.
Ozuna flew out back in the second. CJ, so there have been
That's
24
gonna be
outs
2
in
and
this
1
game.
count.
17
Top
of them through the air, just 6 on the ground, and 1 strikeout so far.
Lots of contact so far. Both sides and the defenses have really shown up. We've seen some good plays, both by the Padres and the Braves.
That ball is in the air. It is hit high and deep to left center.
That's gone, baby!
And this thing is tied on a big fly from
Got a Tiger! Sorry about that, guys. It came off studio mode. I didn't realize it. There you have it. Big Bear with his 24th of the season. That's his 76 RBI before the
It hung in the air forever, and then whoever caught it out in left center threw the ball back onto the field, so they had to track that down. But this was a moonshot into left center.
Hanging sweeper there from Matt Waldron. You could see it at 80 miles an hour.
They threw it back on the field.
Duvall, this will reach the seats. But yeah, pretty cool for Marcell Ozuna. He was tied with Andrew Jones and Eddie Matthews, who also had 75 runs driven in before the All-Star break. But now Ozuna stands alone at the top with 76 runs driven in before the Midsummer Classic.
So now that Marcell has passed Andrew Jones, you think that next dream you have, it'll be Marcell that is inside blooper when he takes the mask off?
I don't know. I hope that I don't have that dream anymore, regardless of who's in what position. The Freed versus the Freeze with Andrew Jones guest starring as blooper. And there were no strange substances ingested before that dream took place, by the way. Fair ball inside the line. Adam Duvall heads for second.
Adam Duvall moving to second.
And he's in there with a double.
Stand up double. Still no outs. Braves have tied the game 1-0 with that huge Marcell Ozuna solo home run
against the knuckleball. You see this one here just kind of tumbled a little bit toward the bottom of the zone. And certainly not the good version of that knuckleball for Matt Waldron. A lot of spin on that one. That spin, based on the ones we were talking about earlier, nearly 3 times as much. And so that'll let you know that that's that little more of a tumble knuckleball that's not moving the way he wants it to.
So now the Braves have a golden opportunity here to grab the lead in the top of the 5th. Rosario bunts it down the first base line. He is tagged by Cronenworth, but he does move Duvall to third with just 1 away.
Remember, we talked about this in Arizona and the idea of taking some chances. Now, Eddie's trying to get a hit out of this. He hit it just a little bit too hard. He squared this ball up. But worst case scenario is exactly what happened, and that is that you move a runner up and it turns into a sacrifice bunt.
Now the Padres are going to bring their infield in kind of at medium depth with Travis d'Arnaud coming up. Foul tip into the mid 0-1.
You can do that based on your runner, right? If you have a little bit of a slower runner or that your third baseman is going to be close and keep Adam Duvall near the bag, you can back up a couple of steps, give yourself a little bit more room to play defense and still have the opportunity to cut the run off.
Good stop by Higashioka. So the Braves held scoreless yesterday, 1-0 in the loss to the Diamondbacks, but getting on the board thanks to that man Marcell Ozuna. And now a chance to get another run here and grab the lead. Through the right side, Travis d'Arnaud delivers. And the Braves are up 2-1.
We'll talk about team at-bats, team approach, and that is exactly what you just saw from Travis d'Arnaud. That is a good pitch. Look where that pitch ends up. Two-seam fastball with movement coming in hard on those hands, and he's pulling his hands in and getting enough barrel on it to drive the run in.
That's a guy who's been around for over a decade and knows what he's doing in that situation. Orlando Arcia cranks this to left.
Orlando with a home run! See you later, baby!
How nice was this?
first homer
I'm not on
since
top
June
of it
4th
as much as I am. I'm trying to fix
against the Boston Red Sox at
the
Fenway.
scroller, so it keeps bringing up
And he didn't get cheated on that one.
like an ad.
Braves bats waking up. Kelnick frustrated that he popped this into left center. And it's taken by Merrill.
So the Braves now jump in the lead 4-1. Top of the fifth with 2 outs.
But you felt like it was only
Jared
a matter of
Kelnick
time
was just
based on
at
the
bat when he
swings,
popped
CJ,
flight out
that
to
the Braves
center.
were getting through the first
Easy
4
can't
innings.
score in
You
there.
can only get so many bad breaks. Now, we saw the same thing, I think, in Arizona, and sometimes you will go through a whole game where you're just kind of shaking your head and feeling like you're doing everything right but not getting the results. But I think big picture here, that's a conversation we've had with this offense and certain times during the year where you just know eventually those hits will start falling.
This thing is crushed down the right field line, but going
Just foul. Posey just about made it.
Loud
Back
contact
to back to back.
is the theme here in the 5th for Atlanta.
Right now, Matt Waldron is not missing very many bats at all, and he's not getting too many Braves hitters off balance. We're seeing the ball really well.
So many balls through the air tonight for both sides, but Ozzie does have a couple of the balls that were hit on the ground. He grounded out to short in the 1st and grounded out to 1st in the 4th. This one is in the air, foul ground, going over. Higashioka makes a tough play to end the top.
San Diego catcher runs up over it. It was foul ball over in third base area. The catcher runs underneath it for out number 3. There you have it. You have jumped on top 4-1.
Olsen will take this off the bat of Kim, one away. What an incredible first half, though, for Marcel. 25 homers, 76 runs driven in. As we talked about, he'll get to
he's got
Derby,
20.
Will be the first time in his
now,
career, and that's just going to be so much fun to watch.
And you know that he is going to have fun with it. He's going to put on a show. Kind of looking forward to seeing
Welcome
what
in,
kind
Nathaniel.
of gear we're going to be working with.
Sorry, guys, I didn't see
Could
the
be a
chat.
special all-star belt.
It got piled underneath again when I was working
Left
on
field, Rosario back. He'll take it.
Rosario under him.
Yoshioka flies
Get
out.
a corn, so out number 2.
Well, the bear will be there. We know that. I know you want your two-tone belt that he wears. I know that's your favorite.
I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of liking them all now that I know that there's a bear on each of them. As soon as those show up in the team store, I'm on it.
Top of the order, and another all-star in Luis Arraez. Third straight all-star team for him, and he's done it with 3 different teams. Minnesota in 22, Miami last year, and now San Diego here in 2024.
That's going to be a pop fly out to right center.
He is 0 for 3
Kelnick under for out number 3. That's going to end the 5th. We're heading to the top of the 6th. Atlanta Braves leading 4-1. Thank you for that like. I certainly appreciate it. Welcome in, guys and gals.
It is already the top of the 6th inning. The Braves leading the Padres by a score of 4-1. Let's go ahead and check out our GMC Making the Grade feature and taking a look at Austin Riley, longest active on-base streaks here in 2024, and our guy right at the very top with 18. He's been on a nice little run here, has Austin Riley.
And he extended it to 18 games with a walk in the 4th inning. By the way, Michael Busch, who is second on that list, is 0 for 5, hasn't reached, and they're in the 9th inning now as the Cubs face the Cardinals, so his streak may be over soon. Lifted out towards right, and the fly ball parade continues. We have just seen
What's up, brother?
Tonight in Game 1.
Got a Joey down here, Joe.
You wonder a little bit if the guys understand the ballpark. You get it in the air, it's got a chance to go. Or are we seeing some intent in trying to get the ball in the air? Wouldn't surprise me. But I want to know if this has surprises you at all. So we're now 5 1/3 innings into this one for the Braves. This is the first time this year that they have not struck out in the first 5 innings of a game.
And what a great adjustment from the last time they saw Waldron, and he struck out 10 at Truist Park. A totally different story here tonight.
And Kevin Seitzer probably pretty happy with the approach of his hitters this evening.
Well, when the Braves came on this road trip, 4 in Phoenix against the Diamondbacks, 3 out here, you thought obviously 7-0 would be wonderful, 6-1 would be really good, but if you could win 4 or 5 and just take the road trip, get a little momentum into the break. As Olsen is now 0 for 3, and the Braves certainly have a chance to do that here in San Diego if they can take 2 or 3, and obviously a sweep would be even better. So
Gillens, oh, sorry. Oh.
Go ahead.
We're going back to the 5th inning, taking a look at Marcel's homer.
I guess we went back to the old broadcast. We don't tell people what's coming. On the sweeper, he hammered it. And that is your T-Mobile. Check out our T-Mobile coverage. How about that? Is that better? That was a chipper read right there.
Well, you throw him under the bus. Why not? And that got the scoring started last inning. Lined here, but into the mitt of Machado. Just a 7-pitch inning in the top of the 6th.
All right, so we're going to be heading to the bottom of the 6th. The Padres are down 4-1 to the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves today with 5 hits, 4 runs, no errors. San Diego with 3 hits today with 1 run, no errors. So it's been a error-free game thus far. Oh, you just got home from dinner? Olsen over to the pitcher for out number 1. Sorry about that, guys. Starting to doze off a little. Trying to wake up. Wake up.
Player here. And how about for this pitch, Arsenal mentioned it earlier. At times this year, he has thrown all 6 of those pitches in games at least 10% of the time. Overall, that sinker has been a little bit lower. Why? Because he didn't start throwing that sinker until his 3rd start this season.
I was watching.
That's going to paint the bottom corner for strike 1.
And
that's
talked
strike
about
1.
Schwallenbach
Called it
when
a
I got to
damn
the
ball.
bigs for the Braves, I was really only comfortable throwing 3, maybe 4 pitches. Now I'm throwing 6. He said I'd never thrown the sinker in my life. He threw 15 last start. So think about learning all of that on the fly as a big leaguer.
It's incredible, but he is also a guy that we have learned who asks a lot of questions, and you know he's listening and he's trying to make adjustments as quickly as possible and essentially stay ahead of the curve. And so a guy that has not pitched very much in his career, but yet very astute to having the conversations and making the adjustments as a pitcher. It is very impressive when you see young guys make adjustments the way that he has and the confidence in which he throws all those pitches.
And he was asked, so who have you been leaning on for advice? And he basically listed everybody, all the older pitchers, the guys in the bullpen. He has been a sponge, and he's been open to anybody's advice and kind of taking all of that in and seeing what he can do to improve his game. And boy, the results are good early. That's one of his counsels right there, and Charlie Morton.
That's going to be foul ball.
And it stays 1-2.
So it'll stay 1-2. Out of the 6, 1 out.
Cronenworth had the double in the 4th and then came around to score on Machado's double. But here he is striking out. A slider by Schwallenbach, 2 away.
Second strikeout of the night here for Spencer, and you can see that pitch, maybe not the location that he wanted, but you and I talked about this the other day. Some of these big swings that we see with 2 strikes, you open yourself up to that and the swing and miss on even some pitches maybe that you should have gotten to.
And now Manny Machado.
It's outside for ball.
Last time out on Saturday, 6 innings, 1 run against the Phillies for Schwallenbach. He gets the win. Pretty similar story here so far tonight. Getting ready to get through 6 innings, just 1 run given up. And a 1-1 count to Manny Machado.
And the way that he is going here tonight, some of that efficiency and how good he looks. And obviously, you still got to finish off this inning, but it'll be interesting to see what Brian Snitker decides to do. Spencer Schwallenbach has not gone very deep with pitch counts. 89 has been the season high. He's been between 81 and 89 in each of those first 7 starts.
And here's pitch number 82 of the evening. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is on the board. 2 down, 2-2 pitch. Yes, sir, right at the knees. He strikes out Machado to end the 6th inning. Oh, it tastes so good on a Friday night, that frozen pizza.
It's time to feed the dogs real food, not highly processed pellets. The farmer's dog is fresh food made with whole meat and veggies. It's not dry food. It's not wet food. It's just real food. It's an idea whose time has come.
Let's review. We're not going to talk about traffic or weather. If anyone brings up lawn care, I will handle it. Hosting can be extremely difficult for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Oh, are you done with this? I'll just take that.
Okay. He's still drinking.
Oh, look what the cat.
Nope. Nope. Let's try again. You wouldn't mind? It gets ugly. You can either take it off or I'll take it off you. Yeah.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
You loved it. Take it.
Remember, everybody, we have a celebration coming up.
And if
Not
Wendy's
this
found a
weekend,
way to
but
make their
following
nugs
weekend.
even better, anything is sauceable!
Probably sometime
For a whole new
Sunday
way
I'll
to
put
nug, gotta be
something up.
Wendy's.
That'll explain it a little bit more.
Whoa. Hold on. You don't want to do this. Oh, I promise you, I do. What have you done?
Don't get mad. I borrowed some adamantium from your claws, and I made us something special. Yeah.
Heineken Silver. All the taste, no bitter endings.
See? Isn't this better than fighting?
Nope.
You love the players. You love the game.
See ya.
Now you can own baseball greatness. MLB Auction lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more. With items added all season long from your favorite major league teams, legends, and players. Each item is...
Thank you, Nicholas. And here it is 4-1 Atlanta as we head to the top of the 7th. Waldron is still out there as he fires a strike to Adam Duvall.
Duvall 2-2 on the day. 191.
It was an efficient first 6 innings for Schwallenbach.
8
Waldron,
runs,
even though he
home
gave
runs,
up 4 runs in
25
the fifth,
Rays.
he's still only at 74 pitches. This next one will be 75. And he has gone over 100 several times this year. Season high in pitches for Waldron, 107. And he gets Duvall on that knuckleball. First time that he has retired Duvall tonight. Quick message right here from Texas Pete.
Texas Pete. Sauce like you mean it.
And that's CJ, the first strikeout tonight for Braves hitters.
The dream died. Kind of wondering if they could get through the entire game without a strikeout.
Well, no strikeout there. Eddie Rosario is single to center.
Well, actually, I'm not quite sure exactly why I got the strike. But yes, I was streaming.
I'm sure Kevin Seitzer was living that dream with you.
Yeah, I want to go back and look. It didn't happen last year. The Braves went an entire game last couple of seasons. 9 innings at least where they did not record at least one strikeout.
Eddie with a little blooper drops it into center field for a base hit.
But either way, it's been a good offensive night for the Braves.
On the top of the 7th with 1 out.
The homers by Ozuna.
4-1 lead Atlanta has over
Garcia.
San
This
Diego.
guy, Travis
San Diego.
Darno, had an RBI
They
single
start
sandwiched
things
in the middle.
Comeback. Boy, are those pretty bright colors. We got hot pink, aqua blue.
Stay tuned for the stretch presented by Synovus. We will go back to Nick and Peter in Atlanta after the top of the 7th.
So I had to look anyway because you know me, I get curious. I can't let stuff go. 2015 was the last time the Braves played a 9-inning game and did not strike out.
Well, that puts it in perspective. Almost a decade. Not an easy thing to do. Grounder towards short. Could be 2. And it will be 6-4-3. And we are on to the stretch.
Listen to every MLB game live.
The deep left center field, it is high, it is far, it is gone.
Stream minor league affiliates.
The Midwest League home run leader.
And watch the best baseball highlights and look-ins on MLB Big Inning. MLB At Bat is your all-in-one live baseball subscription for only $3.99 per month.
Deep left field, it's gonna go! Alvarez ties the game!
Subscribe to At Bat within the MLB app today.
Baseball is a sport, pero la verdad es que para nosotros el béisbol es otra cosa.
El béisbol es un corrido, un
béisbol.
dembow y un reggaetón prendido. Es un plácata bien fuácata. Eso es otra cosa.
What is it?
It's the Plátano Power and the Arepa
What's
Power.
Sunday's game then, George?
And juniors who dare to dream big.
El béisbol es otra cosa.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old school.
Welcome back to Petco Park. Spencer Schwallenbach still in the game for the Atlanta Braves on the mound here in the 7th inning, and we've talked a lot about his ability to absorb information quickly. I had a conversation with Braves catcher Travis Darno about that this afternoon. He said it's second to none. He said he has to navigate how he speaks with each starter throughout the game, but Spencer is someone who loves to have an ongoing conversation between each inning, on top of just sitting next to Sal Fasano and looking at things before he took the mound back here in the 7th. He said the fact that he comes comes in here and has 3 pitches for his MLB debut, now has 6, not only using them, but using them equally to where he can spread these out and try different things in each of these outings. He said it's really impressive. Most recently adding that sinker, that's what stood out to him most, guys.
And those numbers you saw are Zaxby's saucy play.
And this is kind of fun. First time in the brief career of Spencer Schwallenbach that he is going to throw a pitch in the 7th inning.
Another tremendous outing for the rookie righty as he deals here to Bogaerts. On the corner, 1-1. Braves do have double barrel action. Pierce Johnson, very familiar with this area, having pitched out here, and A.J. Minter getting loose.
Uh-oh. We got Schwallenbach hitting up on his 87th pitch tonight. 7:15, okay. Yeah, I thought it was a later game than that. I think the 4:10 would be more like Sunday's game.
So we talked about Spencer and how he's been such a great strike thrower so far here early in his career. Well, tonight so far, his in-zone strike percentage has been 60%.
There's one in the zone that's bounced to Arcia. And for the first time in his young career, Schwallenbach has recorded an out past the 6th inning.
That is such a big number, especially for a rookie pitcher. It's usually going to be around 49, maybe 50. But it goes back to what we're talking about, the confidence, kind of tying it all together to go right at these big league hitters with this really deep arsenal, and then getting the chase because they know that he is going to go right at them, and then he puts them in swing mode. It's been a lot of fun to watch here with Spencer.
First pitch off the bat.
Oh, that's going to be out to Eddie. Eddie underneath it for out number 2.
2 away.
Remember, get your chat votes in, guys and gals. This starts a new series.
The 2024 Chevy Trax, starting at $21,495. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
There have been 8 flyouts to Eddie Rosario tonight, right?
All right, I'll look.
I mean, that is an insane amount. And a lot of them have been off the bats of left-handers, like this guy, David Peralta. He bounces it foul on the first base line here, 1-1. So I'm guessing coming in here to this inning, Brian Snitker was thinking a base runner and maybe take Schwallenbach out, right?
Without a doubt. You do not want to put in any kind of position to give up the tying run, certainly, and I don't think they would have even gone that far. And we've talked about this before, right? That hitter by hitter,
foul
especially
ball,
with the
so
double
1
barrel,
and 2
that's why
to
you had
count.
the lefty and the righty and trying to figure out when that may have happened, right? If Bogaerts gets on,
we're in the
maybe
bottom of
it's
the
A.J.
7th,
Minter.
2 outs.
Merrill had gotten on, maybe it would have been A.J. Minter. Now I got to believe, and I can't see because I'm getting old.
Peralta,
A.J. probably down
0 for
and
2 on the
Pierce up
day.
because you got a couple of righties that are due. Look at that.
Looky, there you go.
Even the
Ground
blind
out
guy
and
can
a
find something
strikeout.
once in a while.
Downstairs, 2-2. The curveball missing to Peralta. Long time with the Diamondbacks, 8.5 years there. Now in his 11th major league season, Peralta. Left side, Riley's there. Spencer Schwallenbach, 7 beautiful innings on a gorgeous night in San Diego.
Bullshit. Orlando Arcia looks to be at bat next. On deck will be Jared Kelnick, and in the hole will be Ozzie Albies. Milo. It all depends, Kenneth, how well I'm feeling.
For the National League.
And it's interesting to look at this list and fewest starts ever for a pitcher starting the All-Star game, because not only are there really good pitchers in there, but there's like characters there too, right? Thinking about Mark Fidrich, of course, and the way that he took baseball by storm and picking up dirt and all the things that he was doing in Detroit. Really kind of cool story. I believe Hideo Nomo was on there as well, Fernando Valenzuela. So that part's really neat. It's not only the fewest starts, but for Paul Skeens, he will have the fewest innings of any All-Star. Forget about the guy that's actually starting the game. That was kind of my one hang-up with this thing. But listen, this guy is really impressive, and he is going to get a great opportunity in Arlington.
And look, it's a made-for-TV showcase event, and a lot of people are going to tune in because Skeens is pitching, so you understand how all of this falls into place.
I would only be really upset, quite honestly, if Chris Sale was eligible to start the game and they didn't let him start it. Then I think we'd have an argument. I don't care if Braves fan or not. I think a lot of people around baseball would agree the season that he is having, and if you care about all the time that he's put in, and even the thought that he would be the, fifth or sixth to start an All-Star game in both leagues, potentially would have been Chris Sale. Is it fifth?
Fifth.
Yeah.
To the right side, and that'll get over the head of Cronenworth. So Logan Gillespie coming into the game out of the bullpen after Matt Waldron goes 7 full innings. And Orlando able to single off of it.
And just the third game this year with the San Diego Padres. He spent a little bit of time with the Baltimore Orioles over the last
Hey, welcome
two
in,
seasons,
Amanda.
28 games with them.
And you mentioned Sale. He is scheduled to pitch here Sunday in the final game before the All-Star break. So that's why he could not pitch in the All-Star game as well.
And Zach Wheeler was originally also scheduled to start on Sunday. They actually scratched him. They're going to push him back. He was dealing with a little back tightness. That's another guy that I think, you know, if he were eligible, then he probably deserves that start over a guy like Paul Skeens.
And you saw Nomo on that list. Skeens will be the first rookie to start since Nomo did back in '95. Kelnick 0 for 3. And a swing and a miss there makes him 0 for 4 here tonight. One away. A message right here from Zaxby's.
Feast, 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 feast. The Mr. Beast box, only at Zaxby's.
Ozzie Albies 0 for 3 tonight. Facing
Come on,
Logan
Ozzie.
Gillespie here with 1 out in the top of the 8th.
0 for 3 tonight with 2 ground outs and a foul out.
Ozzie gets into this to right field.
That's back at the wall. Bounces off the wall. Ozzie going for 2.
The wall. Ozzie sprinting into second.
Stand up double.
And Orlando into third. Braves in business here for some possible insurance.
Orlando made it to third, and Ozzie all the way around.
Good to see Ozzie get a line drive
stand-up
here. We've
double.
seen him popping the baseball up the last few days, and he hits this one hard. It's a pretty good job by Peralta. What he's trying to do here, and you'll see him put his glove up and try to deke Orlando. Now, I think Orlando had to wait to make sure that ball got over his head. It wasn't an easy read necessarily, but you see that glove go up. He didn't want Orlando taking off and trying to score.
A visit to the mound here. With Austin Riley coming up next for Atlanta. As you watch the Friday night showdown here presented
Come on, Austin.
by Kaiser Permanente. With the Braves enjoying a 4-1 lead and looking to add to it.
They probably, I'm guessing, want to be careful here with Austin Riley because you do have the open base. Matt Olson is on deck. We have the right-on-right matchup that you probably prefer. But this is a lengthy conversation right now about the strategy and what they're going to do here with Austin Riley. And again, when you're in a situation like this, if you're not going to intentionally walk him, but you want to be careful with him, that means around the edges, likely with some off-speed pitches if you fall behind what they want you to do. I think for Austin, patience right now and just looking for one of those mistakes. My preference, if you're thinking about pitching around him, just walk him. Don't even take the chance, but looks like they're going to take that chance.
Welcome
Well, maybe
in,
Gillespie will hang one, and
everybody.
Austin Riley can really change this game.
Get your claps on. I don't know. We got a couple home
First
runners,
pitch to Riley
man.
with the infield in here in a 3-run
Arcia finally getting
1-0.
one outside the wall. Maybe that's going to be a boost for him to work on.
All 4 Atlanta runs coming in the 5th. Fouls off the sweeper.
And I think we got our answer right. First breaking ball way off the plate. That one was close. Borderline pitch there, but curveball and sweeper so far to kick off this plate appearance.
Now the 1-1. Riley lifts it to right field. Peralta backpedaling will take it, but it will produce a run. Arcia comes home. 5-1.
Braves are going to come out. 5-1,
Such a good
baby.
Here from Austin Riley. I
Braves
think
will
he's well aware of
score.
the plan as well. It doesn't mean you can't offer at pitches that are around the zone, even if they're off the plate. And this one was. But he still drove it to right field to get another run in.
High fives all around in the dugout. Deservedly so. It's been a good road trip for Riley. He had 7 hits, a homer, and 3 doubles against the Diamondbacks. Drives in a run here in the 8th to start the series against San Diego. Matt Olson fouling it away. 0-2.
Foul ball. Olsen 0 for 3
De
today.
Los Santos is warming. Those City Connects, by the way, are meant to match the vibrant colors of San Diego's fabled pink and yellow sunsets
Nice.
on the Pacific Ocean. So that's how they got the color scheme there.
How long do you think you could keep that white sweatshirt clean that we saw the bullpen coach wearing, right? Essentially matching uniform. You could probably go longer than I could, but I give it a meal, maybe 2 max.
I would try, but inevitably I would drop something on it. Probably over under 7 minutes. Just a touch outside 1-2. Those uniforms very popular here in the San Diego area. A lot of the fans love them. They've been around for a couple of years now, including that guy.
I do like the color of the hat, and it looks really sharp on the helmet.
Hey, Matthew.
2-2 with 2 away. Ranging over, Machado takes it. Makes the
Actually,
play.
I think I could agree with you how well he did for his pitching. Five to 1. 5-2-1, Matthew. Oh, sorry, guys. 5-1. The Braves, baby. Now, Matthew. You gonna ask who's ahead? The Bravos, my friend.
The Atlanta Braves have a 5-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning.
They got 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Padres have only been able to do 1 hit, 3.
Joe Jimenez just 1 home run,
1 hit, 3
so
runs.
This season, coming off that outing in
Or
Arizona, where
1 run, 3 hits.
Really good strike rate
no
for him at
errors.
26%. How about the splits? This is so fun.
Awesome Kim.
He is what we call split neutral.
0-2 on the night with a
Dominated
223 average.
He is dominated right.
698 OPS, 10 home runs.
Starts by facing
Looks
a
like
righty
we got
here.
G.I. Joe. American hero.
And you did ask the question, and the answer is yes. There is history on the line with Eddie Rosario right now in left field with his 7 putouts.
Okay.
I can track back to 1974, 50 years ago, and the Braves record's 8.
Wow.
So it's go time.
By a left fielder, not
Yes.
any outfielder.
Yes,
Right,
by
okay,
a left fielder.
Yes.
You see a look on Eddie's face there.
And knowing is half the battle. And knowing is half the battle.
Down out there. I mean, there's just been so many baseballs hit Eddie's way tonight. 1-2 here to Kim.
Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing? Go! Get the fuck out of here, you stupid idiot! Fuck, we're all dead! Get the... Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here!
Two from number 7-7, and it's fouled back. Well, we go back to the 7 innings by Schwallenbach, and he seems to really have cemented his spot in this rotation.
I've almost forgotten the question that we were asking for those first couple of months. Who was going to take control of this thing? The Braves were not getting good results.
I don't know if you guys could hear it.
Orlando has it, spins, fires. It gets by Olsen, and Kim will head to second base. Almost slid past the bag, but he is safe.
Well, this was going to take a really great play from Orlando. We're spoiled because we've seen him make so many great plays this season. As he's ranging to his left, the spin and throw is something that has been so strong for him. Now, I think if that throw is on the money, he probably still doesn't get Kim. But he gave it his best shot. The other thing Kim did there, and I guess it doesn't matter in that situation, but he ran up the grass the entire time. And if there's a bunt, there's a play in the infield, and you interfere, they can call that against you. But I think in a situation where it did not affect the play,
that was a great play.
You're not going to see the call.
Orlando catches it and does a spin throw over to Matt Olsen, who's fully stretched out, just barely missed.
Innings against the Phillies in the
so Hassam Kim heads on to second,
he's got it right now.
And they just about got him thrown out there at second.
And that he absolutely can go up against the
What a
best.
play.
And now it's on to the bullpen and Joe Jimenez.
Next Friday. All right. You're going
They
to,
did go base hit error there, right?
Yes.
Amanda, okay. 'Cause we're going to have our celebration sometime next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. And that would be cool if you're at the Braves game to do it.
No, 2-1.
We're
Even
gonna-
with that
we're
error
gonna
by
do some
Orlando,
giveaways,
Braves still
some
the only
gift
team in
giveaways.
baseball with fewer than 40 errors.
To celebrate the
this season,
1,000
39
sub goal.
And we talk about it a lot. Sometimes you get
I
penalized.
know
for
we're a
having
little
great
bit past
range.
that, but hey.
No shortstop. That ball probably gets
We're
up the
doing
middle.
it.
It's just a base hit, but because Orlando
We're
had a chance
doing
to make
it.
the great play, he ends up with an error.
We're handing out 2 $25 gift cards.
Hitters count 3-1.
I need to know from other people, Are these e-cards? Are they a real thing? Because I don't do a lot of online shopping or anything like that.
Darno calls time.
I could go buy the physical card and send it to somebody.
I think Travis wanted to confirm that
say
Joe
you
Jimenez
get them
heard
online
in the pitch count what they wanted to do, or
they
vice
get
versa.
delivered
Joe's
via
calling
email.
one where Travis can hear it.
I'm sure they would fill out the information and they'd probably send them the card.
They've
that would
got
make
what they
sense
want.
too.
3-1. 3-2 right at the knees. Nobody out in the bottom of the eighth.
Full count.
Here's the payoff. Yes.
Got him.
Throws him right at the knees again. One away.
Higashioka tried to sell this, but this is absolutely a strike, and I think it's one of those ones where you realize you should have pulled the trigger, and can I trick the umpire into calling that a ball, and you cannot. Not on this pitch. Right at the knees. Good pitch there from Joe Jimenez in a big spot.
Top of the order, Luis Arise. And boy, talk about fooling a hitter, and a very good hitter. That slider took him down to a knee.
You just don't see a lot of swing and miss with Luis Arise. He doesn't walk a lot. He doesn't strike out a lot. And he puts the ball in play. I feel like you should get 2 strikes for that if you do it to him. Whoa.
And again, there you go. Yeah, you see this so rarely for Arise, and you can kind of see the frustration.
It's almost like he's guessing wrong, or he cannot see the spin on the breaking ball.
Right back to that well.
I mean, the temptation is to throw it again. And listen, this guy, he is so hard to strike out, so you don't want to overthink it. And I say yes, go ahead and expand for sure.
0-2. It's a grounder to second base. That will work. 2 away, and Kim moves to third.
Hey, Rhino, what's up, bud? Good thing you stopped in.
Four-run cushion for Atlanta. The Padres with a potential.
I threw you up as a moderator, my friend.
Fouls back the four-seam fastball.
Seem to be. I've watched you interact with your viewers and whatnot. You're not one of these tyrants. You know, doesn't look like you got any power hunger problems or any complex from it.
Fly out to left so we can get back on track.
If you don't mind, I went ahead and made you a moderator in the channel.
0-2. Boy, he took a healthy half. Strikeout would work too.
We'll take the strikeout. Ultimately, the win is what you want. A 0 on the board here if you can.
What's up, everybody? Not a problem,
Shakes off
man.
one, agrees to the second. Jimenez 0-2. Slider at the back foot.
This has been a slow game, but it's been good back and forth at points.
An 891 OPS he came into the game with tonight. 185
Not a problem,
points higher than his
friend.
career.
Yeah, I mean,
Crazy
I watch
numbers
what you do
across
with
the
your
board.
channel.
No play for Eddie Rizzo. If Eddie had made that play, well, all bets are
I
off.
did hit that 1,000.
That was in the second.
Matter of fact, next weekend we're doing a celebration for
Remember
hitting
with
a
Profar,
1,000.
this is a guy that the Rockies
We're
released
going to do some game giveaways, and
he's having really
we got a couple $25 gift cards going out. It's going to be
Come on, Dan
two
Polino.
Discord
He's
Nitros.
been pretty good tonight.
1 month
Dan. You
Nitros
can
handed
get
out.
a little cold and
And
not call these pitches down and away.
I don't
to
know if it's
lefties. There's been some
Grubhub or
consistency to that for him over the course of his
I
career.
thought she said McDonald's.
2 down.
But then we got to
2-2
looking online, and there's all kinds of the
Out of
different
the way.
restaurant
Profar battle
cards that we could get. So there's going to be 2 of those, 2 like Grubhub style cards or something we handed out. $10 ones. 2 $10.
0 for 3 tonight. He has one of those flyouts to left to Eddie. Lays off the fastball. Somewhat of a lengthy inning for Joe. 23rd pitch here. In the air to right.
Uh-oh.
Duval King.
That's easy. Can't of course. Out number 3. That ends the 8th. 5-1 lead. All right. All right, guys and gals, get your votes in. I'll give you a few seconds here if you haven't voted yet. Yeah, we're going to welcome, everybody's welcome. The way we're going to do it is we're going to do, I'll have a couple people that'll be in chat and they'll help with drawing lines and whatnot. Like if I say, hey, give me a line, they'll give me a line. Now everybody's going to be required not to be typing until they're told. Anybody that can't follow the instructions will be booted from the chat, and you won't be able to, you'll never be able to do a giveaway again. If they're disruptive, they're gone. But we're gonna do pick a number. There's all kinds of random. You could find websites out there that randomly generate a number or randomly spin all kinds of things. So we'll find a randomly generated number website, and everybody will pick a number between 0 and 10,000 or something. And the person that either lands on it or is closest to it without going over each time will be a winner. So that's how we're going to hand the gifts out, or the prizes.
Ball with
All right, we are back, so let's go ahead and call
that
poll
Delta
out.
Airlines. Keep climbing. Back in San Diego on
All right, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that participated. We had 35 players, 35 viewers that participated. 82% felt the Atlanta Braves were going to win, while 17% voted for
he scuffled here a little
San
bit. You
Diego
can see
Padres.
that ERA,
Thank you to
but
all
what's
the
kind of interesting
Padres.
with him, good strikeouts, however, 10 home runs.
Thank you to all the Padre fans that joined us and interacted. We love having you here, and you're more than welcome to come hang out anytime.
Well, if you're giving up homers, probably not the guy you want to face here.
If you want to come hang out and enjoy things, be a
part
part of giveaways, hey, you're more than welcome.
Oh, that was in
always
perfect
think about
unison there.
going ahead and hitting that subscribe button if you haven't.
Coming to an Olympics near you.
Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun, I hope. And then I got a bunch of, like,
usually
you know, PC game keys to hand out as well.
It's a 5-1 ball game. It's going to be at least.
I haven't really been able to find
so I don't know if Rice
like
pitching with a
a lot
lead
of
and it's still
Xbox or PlayStation stuff for sale.
That could be one option. It could be.
Yet.
I don't think anybody would be trying to get some work in and kind of throw that bullpen right now. So that would be my guess. You see Aaron Bummer there in the back. He's not getting ready, but finishing off that Red Bull just in case.
Those are popular in that Braves bullpen. Jesse Chavez kind of started that craze. 1-2. And the count evens up to Ozuna.
And those guys know how to handle that down in the bullpen. The phone call comes from the dugout, and again, just kind of guessing, but based on what we're seeing, if we score one or more, it's still in Lee. If the score stays the same, it's Raisel Iglesias.
Braves trying to hand San Diego a 5th loss in a row. They started off this homestand with a win against Arizona, but then they lost the last 2 in that series. They lost both against Seattle. So struggling a little bit are the Padres. Marcell Ozuna to right center.
Ozuna deep back. That's gone for out. Another home run. That's number 26 on the season for Marcell Ozuna. And number 2 tonight. That man gets a dance.
say about the first half that man has had.
Home run, baby!
And the homer back in the fifth, if you missed it, was a skyscraper. It was hit so high to left center. That one more on a line, just right of center field. How about this? Mentioned that he passed Andrew Jones and Eddie Matthews. Now he's got a 2 RBI cushion on them.
Some big names right there, and pretty cool for Marcel. And obviously, we still got some baseball to go the rest of the year, but I got to believe that's something he is particularly proud of.
As he should be. Duvall has also had a nice night, a single and a double and a run scored.
0-2 count to Adam Duvall.
And Brian
Duvall
Snitker
2
was
for 3
asked,
tonight.
worried about Ozuna.
190 average with a .590 OPS. 8 home runs on the
throw you
season.
off rhythm. It's like, no, that's the last thing on my mind. Just want Marcel to go and have fun.
Get you a BG chain like that.
Yeah.
See the initials on the side there?
Yeah, then it'd be B for bankrupt after that. After that was purchased. This one off the end of the bat. And Cronenworth gloves it. 1 away.
So kind of like we guessed along as far as what was going on with the bullpen with the double barrels down there. Raisel Iglesias has sat down, and so it was, if the Braves score 1 or more, that Dylan Lee would be the guy.
All right, so we got Eddie Rosario at bat.
Save Raisel for another day in the series if needed. And now Eddie Rosario so busy.
Swing and a miss.
Left
Strike
field tonight
1.
with those 7 putouts. And he also has a single in 3 trips to the plate. I do think it's funny with the arm sleeve and the shoes. He matches well with the Padres. We need to get you a pink arm sleeve for the broadcast booth, CJ.
You know what? There is one in my house because my 16-year-old wears one. All of his teammates there with the Georgia Jackets will wear them. So
that's what the cool kids do these days.
They're available, and they have absolutely nothing to do with their team colors, right? That's the other part of it, and where we've gone with this fun stuff.
Well, he's just about tied up with Otani again.
Style is whatever you want it to be. De Los Santos 2-2 pitch, and he gets Eddie Rosario. 2 outs. Some of the crowd has filed out, but it was a sellout. Over 44,000 here tonight. 30th sellout of the season at Petco Park, which usually draws great attendance. But thankfully, the Braves have not given these fans much to cheer about. Just the 1 run in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, I imagine the few that are still sticking around wondering about that history that they might have a chance to witness, and make sure you hold on to your ticket stub just in case. It's always a party here in San Diego. You come in for a weekend series like this, and certainly against a team like the Atlanta Braves, you get good crowds and a lot going on around the ballpark. There's an atmosphere here. They've done a good job for making this not just a beautiful venue like you talked about.
Yeah,
earlier,
Joel.
a place that you want to come hang out and watch the
I
Braves
love
hit
it.
homers.
The quality, the
3 of them
quality
tonight,
is
2
way
fouls in.
better, and I absolutely do like the fact that we can
Across, we
control
are
the
on
sound
to
now.
the bottom of the 9th. A little insurance from the.
So absolutely, I mean, stunning graphics, the quality, A plus. I think for for a fan that maybe can't afford to have the whole season. Now I got two accounts this year. And I get the 3D because of buying the account. You know, it was $100. I think my first account was $170 some at the beginning of the season. But them having just, you know, adding in this 3D, I think it's $3.99 a month for the at bat. That is a very, very reasonable price. And it's virtually watching the game. I mean, yeah, it's not the person, it's not the real person's imagery on there, but it's a digital representation of them and everything they're doing in live time, in real time. I just think it's amazing. I ran across it last year, towards the middle and end of the season. Nobody, I don't think anybody really knew much about it. They didn't advertise it. And I'm sure some people clicked around, but if you didn't have a paid account, you didn't see it. And I could actually say this channel was the first channel to use it this season, and now a lot of the other streamers have caught on and figured out, you know, how to do it, and a lot of people are able to enjoy it. I mean, I think it's great.
Leading at 6-1, heading to the bottom of the ninth. And we've got a new racetrack.
I could sit and watch that and like throw on the radio, because I sometimes enjoy the radio broadcast guys just as much as I do our
strikeout to walk ratio
video
has been
broadcast
strong.
guys.
Pretty good numbers here against the lefties and the righties.
I think they
3 home runs
both
allowed for
have great
Dylan Lee, who gives you that
teams
slider,
of broadcasters for
fastball, and
Atlanta.
changeup.
Radio and on air.
Facing 3, 4, 5 in the order. It's
or live
Cronenworth
video.
first.
I can say tonight, going into now, I have feedback
Nice
both
response
ways.
tonight from the Braves. You
Be
go
honest.
to Arizona, you win the first 2. Game 3 kind of
I've used it as a window
lose
capture,
7-5.
and I've had to use it as a
Yesterday
browser.
shut out, but
I had to
taking
go
care of
back to the
business
browser
right now.
to
And it was
be
a
able to
little
control the
discouraging,
sound.
too, those first 4
because
innings, right? We saw them
they
putting
still
the
have
ball
an
in play. We
issue.
saw Matt Olson hit another deep drive.
Well,
that
I haven't been able
did
to hear
not
the
get
sound
out, and
tonight because I'm
sometimes
able to
you get a
control
little bit
it.
of that feeling like, is it going to be the same as it was the way things finished up in Arizona?
He did
They
go.
had an issue
Cronenworth
where,
is down
for
the
me
line.
anyways, it would play the loud
But ever
sound
since that
during
4-run
the
fifth, things have turned in the right direction.
the Jumbotron, but then when the Jumbotron would go away from me, it would continue to play that commercial.
That's where he gets most of his
It would
strikeouts,
start, and then
29
5
of the
seconds later,
38
a second one
that
would
he has
start
this
over the
year.
top of that, and sometimes it'd even loop to a third one on top of them, and they would all play at the
Machado
same
has driven
time
in the only run
until
for
that
the
third one
Padres.
got through
RBI double in the 4th.
its whole play.
Gets underneath this. Who's going to
That's
take
going to
it?
be
Go
a
get
shallow
Eddie.
out to
It
the
won't
center.
be Eddie.
Gosh darn it.
Easy can't accord for out
Tuning
number
in, Eddie
2.
is 1 put out shy of the left fielder's record in Braves history. He has 7 putouts tonight. Oh, it's Eli White out there, so never mind. No one told Brian Snitker that Eddie was 1 away from the record.
Wow. That is discouraging.
Yeah. Xander Bogaerts.
Oh, still could be a team record.
Yeah, right? Oh, 0-2. Padres just 1 strike left here on a Friday night in San Diego.
Hey man, no problem.
Oh, 2 pitch from Dylan Lee. Inside 1-2.
See, now that I have control with
on the victory.
I actually, how I do mine
almost off,
is I use MSN Edge, and if you go to MLB.com and Edge, there's a way that you can turn that into a desktop app, and when you do that, it is so much better running the games to the street. It's just so much easier to get those things in there. Looks like we may pull this one off. They're down to their last swing. 3-2 the count, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth.
And it is a base hit.
That's going to be a base hit. This game will continue.
Continues on to the rookie Jackson Merrill.
Looks like Dylan Lee
San Diego, though, just
will be pitching his 11th pitch.
As we said earlier, his first game since May 20th. He's got 2 hits tonight.
And the fact that he's been playing second base too, right? That has been something that has been a little interesting. Not sure he loves that position necessarily. He's been okay, but when they signed him, I think a lot of people knew that Xander Bogaerts was going to have to come off short.
Yeah, as you talked about Kim, now they're starting shortstop as they shuffled things around on the infield. Meanwhile, this is their center fielder Merrill, awaiting a 1-0. Braves will let Bogaerts take second base. One ball, 2 strikes. Atlanta looking to get to 52-41 on the season. The 1-2 from Lee. Struck him out. Braves win.
Got him out.
The series opener goes the way of Atlanta 6-1.
There you have it, Braves fans. Braves take it 6-1. That's game 1 of the 3-game series.
Just a really clean game all the way around here for the Braves. Spencer Schwallenbach, though, was the big story. That first road win that we had talked about, I think more importantly, back-to-back.
Oh, absolutely.
He is finding himself. He is
I agree there, Rhino.
And he is proving that he is able
I do. I still believe they are. You know, they started out, listen, when we started out,
just 2 hours and
Ozuna, or
thanks again to our crew.
Acuna was already hurt. He went down to he went and played in the Venezuela League during offseason. He got himself hurt. Hurt the opposite knee that he hurt for back in 21 when they won the World Series. So we already knew he was hurt. And then we come in, they say our top pitcher, Spencer Strider, he goes down. Out for the year, Tommy John surgery, or something to do with that. I don't remember if it was exactly Tommy John surgery or not. But then we had Sean Murphy go down, who was out for over a month, like month and a half. We lost Arcia for an extended period of time. We've lost. Oh, crap. I'm having a brain fart. Our center fielder, we've lost our center fielder, Michael. Mr. Michael Jr. We've lost him, and he's been gone for quite some time. We've had a lot of injuries to deal with. This year, it seems like they built our bullpen up pretty good. There's no doubt about our bullpen being much stronger this year than last year. Our pitching's getting it done for us. Everybody was in a slump. Everybody come in there. Nobody was hitting except Marcel. Marcel was really the only guy, and then you'd see a sporadic hit from the other guys here and there. We were able to pull some wins out of that way, but our home runs were way down. You know, it seems like now we're starting to build that momentum. So I really think we could come back and be a contender, yes. And I hope we do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody stopping by, but as you know, I am still under the weather, but I wanted to get tonight's game done. Can't keep laying in bed every day. I do plan on doing tomorrow night's game. I believe, Kenneth, didn't you say tomorrow's game is like 7:10, or maybe George did? Let me go look so I get for sure. We'll look it up here. All right, tomorrow night it'll be 7:15 first pitch, 7:15 Eastern. That'll be 8:15 or 6:15 Central. But we'll be going live at least 20 minutes early, so the channel will be live at 5:55 p.m. Central Time. 5:55. All right, everybody. So with that said, I am super tired. I thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you for all the likes that you dropped and the one sub that we did pick up. I certainly appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to keep rocking and rolling. Remember, not this weekend, but I don't know the specific day. I thought it was kind of cool that Amanda mentioned that they're going to be at the game Friday, but I want her to be able to experience the game. So maybe we'll hold off until like Saturday or Sunday for that. That way, they can be home and be up and really be able to participate. So probably Sunday. I'm really kind of fixating on Sunday to have it. It's not going to be during the game. I'll do a live stream in its own just for the giveaway. So I guess we could have it Friday. We could do it earlier than the game starts. Yeah, we'll have to think about that. We still got another week, a week away. But yeah, we're going to have 2 $25 gift cards, 2 1-month Nitro gift cards, and it's either going to be one, I don't remember, 1 or 2, like a Grubhub $10 card. So yeah, we're going to have some fun. And a bunch of game keys. Don't forget them. So if you're a PC gamer, get your Steam game client ready because we got all kinds of keys. All right. So anyways, guys, thanks. I appreciate you guys stopping. Sorry for all the rambling and the poor quality of how well the stream was put together tonight. I do apologize. I am sick. I'm sick and my head's just blah, 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 blah. So, but anyways, I appreciate it, Rhino. You take it easy too, buddy. Kenneth, Joel. We had Amanda. Who else? Matthew, George, David, H-Town. Definitely my buddy H-Town. Tim Pinnell, thank you very much for stopping in. Nathaniel. We had we had Gino. Mr. Gino stopped in earlier tonight. Anyways, thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. I'm KGB for the C Sports Network, Clan HBS channel, and I will see you all here tomorrow night, starting at 5:55 Central. Until then, peace.